Wine and Crime contains graphic and explicit content which may not be suitable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Look how cute.
So
You're cute. You're cute.
You're cute.
You're cute.
You're back there.
You're cute.
You're cute. Yeah.
That's Mrs. Lushy Wet's pussy to you.
Oh my God, that was the best Ancestry.com moment of my life. Oh my. Amanda, we do not have that kind of insurance. Oh my
We've got dancing. We've got stripping. We're going to sing later.
Magic Mike's Last Dance is actually what you're here for.
Is that Selma Hayek?
Oh my God. I'm the person who ate Salma Hayek. And it was delicious.
Oh my God.
How is everyone tonight?
Yeah.
We love a good city winery.
Love
it's
it
going to be a
so
great
much.
evening.
Winery and love this city.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she's been looking at Zillow, folks. So
Oh yeah. Big
cross
time.
your fingies. We'll get her out of Kentucky.
It won't take much.
Twist my arm.
A rubber arm.
How many of you were at last night's show?
Oh, God.
Yes. Oh, wow. Well,
We got a bone to pick with you assholes.
yeah.
If you send shots up here, we won't take them.
We're not doing the shots tonight.
No. It was a rough morning.
I threw up in the green room, you guys.
Yeah.
They brought us some mystery red thing.
Yeah.
Then Malort. Then Jameson. And we were drinking vodka cocktails on stage, so my entire Caesar salad and beef tartare just...
We told you not to eat tartare right before the show.
The tartare was not the problem.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't talk to her like that.
Yeah. So no shots tonight. We are 35.
Boo! Boo! I don't
You
give a
guys
fuck.
do as many as you want.
Yeah.
I watched 4 rom-coms today because I couldn't get out of bed. And have no recollection of apparently going back to our hotel room last night and saying to Bill, my fiance who's here tonight. Apparently I just kept telling him, I'm sad. And he was like, why?
You're not sad. You're really happy.
You're doing great.
And that was after she snuggled with my husband in our bed.
You were there too, though.
I was there.
Yeah,
We were
it was
all
a
snuggling.
collective.
Yeah.
So he never did tell me why I was sad, but I think that's because I never told him why I was sad.
I think it might have been
Because
the
you weren't
Malort.
sad.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
fucking sad about the existence of Malort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's foul. You people are disgusting. Ugh. Anyway.
Anyway,
Let's do the thing.
should we fucking do this
Yeah.
thing? All right,
This is
you guys
amazing
know what
quality,
to
by
do,
the way.
okay?
Thank you so much.
Let's go. You are listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where 3 friends chug wine, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents.
Oh, yeah. Dad, you're good.
Hi, Jordan.
It is Jordan. Hi,
Yeah.
honey.
Oh, so good. Oh my God. Hi.
Yeah.
And Mom. Hi, Mom.
Mom. Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck it. I'm Kenyon.
Oh.
I'm Lucy.
And I'm Amanda.
And my baby and husband are back there in the corner by the exit. And
Hi, Sam.
And Zach is really shy in these situations.
And a literal daddy now.
Oh. Just putting that out
Such
there.
a good daddy.
Okay. All right, well, we have a very special gals pick for you all tonight.
Feral hogs too.
All hogs, all the time.
All fucking.
I told you we'd get to the singing. We have a whole Shakira cover set ready for you.
We do?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have to ask me twice.
That's for the VIP people.
All right, we have selected the topic of Chicago Mob.
Ever heard of it?
Yeah. There's a lot to cover. Like,
No.
a lot.
Your city history is a rich tapestry.
Riddled.
It's a wash in criminals.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. I had to, like, cut. My first crack at my case, I had to, like, cut 4 pages. I was like, there's too much. But
And we're talking like vintage mobs,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
mobsters, like
Yeah.
yeah.
She?
Yeah. So it's gonna
They're
be
pretty
really
funny
fun.
for a bunch of dames.
bunch of skirts.
You're gonna be subjected to those accents all night long.
Luck.
But first, Amanda, what is our wine crime pairing for Chicago Mob at City Winery?
City Winery, Chicago Mab. Okay, well, confession time, y'all. I asked and was given descriptions of the wines up
you
here.
forgot.
And I
She
completely
super
forgot
forgot.
them in the green room. So, Alex,
Yeah.
thank you so much for bringing us that. And I fucked up, man. But I do know that we have a Pinot Noir Rosé made right here at the City Winery, Chicago. And for our lovely lady Lucy, the Sauv Blanc. And yeah, I'm sure they're gorgeous.
And there are no notes about them.
Well,
they're gonna smell and taste great.
Yeah.
I heard
They
a
have
rumor.
colors.
A rumor.
A rumor that Tyler, our merch person, is a winist.
A
wine ecologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A wine ecologist.
Yeah.
An OBGYN.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
So
all
ask
I've got.
them. Yeah.
So
on the way
ask,
out.
other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Wine's
it's
good.
probably on your menu. Y'all can, I don't
Figure
know.
it out.
We're going to get boring eventually, like right now, so you're going to want to take a read break. But I'm going to grab the rosé, because I really want some of that.
I'll
and
grab
this is going to be kind of like a half crack, half pop, because, we've got these like artisanal
Yeah, what do we call those?
wine situations. It feels like a pop.
Old-timey.
We're
It's
going to
an
do
old-timey-
nice pop. But yeah, if you would be so kind as to assist me with
Yeah.
this nice pop situation. Oh, thank you. Here we go. Pop.
Nice. Whoops.
Pop. You do it. I failed.
Oh God. Oh.
It just went.
Anyway, cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, little hair of the dag.
She purdy.
This is my first alcohol today.
Same.
I'm a little nervous.
Not my first.
We are so happy to be here. We love you.
Cheers
Oh, to us.
to us.
Always humble. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, that rosé is real good.
Really good. All
Yep.
right,
Yerm.
Lucy, what is our background and probably not psych for Chicago Mab?
I got no psych, and I forgot my bones.
Shake your own bowl.
Yeah, shake your own damn bones. All right, so Chicago is known for many things, such as wind, as we know from last night.
Last night the topic was wind
Wind.
crimes. So how happy are you all that you came to this show?
I've said this so many times in the last 12 hours, but I'm like, can you imagine spending $30 to go watch someone talk about wind for 2 hours? What the
we
fuck?
made it work.
Was it fun?
What were you thinking? Okay.
all
We
right.
made wind super hot.
That's how you know it's a cult.
Yeah.
They're like, it was great. Bring us more wind.
Tell us more.
Just dilated pupils. It was great.
They're always listening.
I've sold all my possessions.
All right, so you guys are known for wind and like that big metal bean.
That vibrator that you have in your park.
Yeah.
Kenyon,
big old
literally
sex toy.
Kenyon's vibrator
Yeah. I
slash
wish.
immersion blender.
That thing is way less cumbersome than my vibrator.
Yeah, at least this one doesn't need to be plugged into a wall with a 3-prong outlet.
My vibrator is way bigger than this microphone.
It was
Way
the size
bigger.
of this box. It was
Yeah.
the
It
size
has
of
a
like,
crank. It has a crank. You gotta wind it.
It was like a V1 Cuisinart immersion blender.
Right. Yeah.
It was
with
not
a black
it's-
market attachment that she got to make
But
it.
if you live near like a water mill, then you can hook it up, and it's just it's great.
It's green, it's mill powered, so.
Oh my God. Okay. So the city also inspires visions of bootleggers and Tommy guns and paunchy men in hats chewing on cigars like this son of a bitch.
We will get to all of it.
We're going to get to a lot of this shit. And this particular trope dates back to the early 20th century when we were kind of fucking up a lot of shit during that period of time. Backing up just a tiny bit to the mid-19th century when the temperance movement was gaining steam thanks to horrifying people like this.
That's the scariest picture of my grandma I've ever seen. Not Helen.
Well, it was taken in 1839, so it probably was.
Oh my God,
your
it could have
grandma.
been Helen.
Yeah.
1839. Yeah, there's no way to know. There's no way to know.
No. So,
I love her.
people like this who didn't want you to get drunk.
Is that an axe?
I think it is.
It's a mallet, and this woman's name was Carrie Nation, and she was like a big time like prohibitionist.
America's Nation.
She would walk around and just smash bottles of booze wherever she went with her mallet.
Bitch.
Before like laws were passed prohibiting alcohol, she just took it upon herself like a total bitch.
Wow.
Party foul.
Ish. Hate her.
So at this time, there was a wave of religious revivalism that promoted human perfection, and this, ironically, was around the time of the American Civil War. So we had a
don't
lot
say.
to perfect. This party looks real lame. Look at the one in the lower middle. Look at that one.
Yeah, there are some. I don't want to shame, but there's some ghouls in this lineup. Good hats, though.
They're just not fun.
This is also not Victorian death photography. We're
Right.
sure of that.
It super looks like it, though.
Okay. All right.
I just love that it's like, lips that touch liquor shall not touch ours. And look how hot we all are. We know you're missing out. We know you want to fuck us. But you can't.
Maybe you could. There's a no kissing rule. It's like a one
Not
of
if
those,
you've had a drink.
a pretty woman rule.
Yeah,
my
pretty woman
Yeah.
rule.
Nothing from the neck up, all right, boys?
It'd also be great if you like didn't look at me.
Just put this bag over your head. That'd be great.
So certain states started passing laws about alcohol production and possession, but it wasn't until 1906 that there was a fresh drive for national prohibition in the U.S. The dumbass reasons for this included rural resentment of bigger cities, presumed to be where everyone was just drunk all the time, which
Sound
They're not
familiar.
wrong.
and
Yeah, and let me live my fucking life.
right. Evangelical Protestant middle class anti-alien and anti-Roman Catholic sentiment, rural domination of the state legislatures, and the all-American need for workers to be as efficient as possible.
So literally nothing has fucking changed
No.
in over a century.
Nothing
Great.
has changed.
Great.
Cool.
Yep. In 1919, the 18th Amendment was passed, officially prohibiting alcohol in the U.S.
Dark times.
Yeah. I got a fun prohibition fact for you.
Oh.
The same cartoonist who established the donkey for the Democratic Party and the elephant for the Republican Party also established the camel for the Prohibition Party.
Because it was thirsty or
Because
not thirsty?
The reasoning was, oh, it likes to get humped twice.
Oh.
Well, no, but without the kissing.
That was
without
like
the kissing, yeah.
Prohibition
Camels are
slogan.
very sloppy kissers, too,
Well-
so it all fits.
The reasoning was because camels only drink water, but like, don't most adult animals only drink water? Like,
Yeah.
could we have found something cuter?
That's fucking absurd.
It's really stupid.
I feel like you're punking me right now. This
No.
doesn't make any sense.
Google it.
I won't.
No, we trust you.
I'm not gonna waste a
Google
Google
it
on that.
Right now.
Yeah, Google it.
Google's grow on trees. I'm not wasting a Google on this bullshit.
Can only
I have
Google on
finite
nights and
Googles.
weekends.
Once I hit Google, what is it called? Menopause? Google pause? I can't Google anymore.
What are you
Past
talking
my
about?
Google Prime. It runs out. You've got a finite Google reserve.
Great.
No one tells you this.
Are you talking
but-
about your ovarian reserve?
Talking about Google, my Google reserve.
Okay.
You'll see. You'll all see.
We got oodles of Googles.
I don't know.
Another fun fact, the Prohibition Party still exists in the United States. Like,
They're doing really well, you guys.
that's a moment for jack-off hands.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
these whole things?
It just looks like you're milking yourself.
I really.
Yeah,
This whole
I can't
chestnut?
do that too vigorously or I'll start to leak.
I gave her a little honk in the taxi earlier today, and she's like, "Stop! I'm gonna squirt."
No, she said, stop, I'll spray.
Spray. Sorry.
Watch out.
She's a squirter.
You keep that baby quiet, Zach.
Yes, Zach.
We don't need any issues.
God.
But we do have this whole tablecloth in case something
Okay,
happens.
great.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So the hypocrisy was thick, folks. From History.com.
Thick
quote,
as those brows.
This is Warren G. Harding, and he maybe could have gotten it.
Okay.
Oh, he was the kinky one.
Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
sure he was the kinky one.
Even
Like, for real.
Even politicians who supported prohibition in public continued imbibing in private. President Warren G. Harding, for example, stocked the White House with whiskey for his infamous poker nights, while his Commerce Secretary Herbert Hoover, ever heard of him, liked to stop, this is so fucked up, liked to stop for a drink at the Belgian embassy where technically U.S. laws don't apply.
Oh my God.
Smart.
What a dick.
Rich people gonna rich, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, fuck him, but also, like, jealous.
Yeah.
That I didn't think
But like
of
if
that.
I got an invite to the Belgian embassy during
Yeah, I'm
Prohibition,
gonna
I'd
go.
fucking go.
Can't be mad at me for that.
Yeah.
As for the legislative branch, one prominent bootlegger estimated that he supplied 2/3 of Congress with liquor. That's
Duh.
only one bootlegger, and regularly.
Business was booming.
Yeah.
Bootin'. New boot scootin'.
Boot tootin' right.
Genuine ostrich.
What?
Keep going. 10 people know what I'm referencing right now. Thank you.
So these guys didn't follow their own goddamn rules, but they sure enforced them for regular folks. One Michigan mother of 10 was sentenced to life in prison.
Good for her. She's happier there, trust
For-
me. Mother of 10. Oh no, take me away.
Oh no! Bye. Someone prepares my meals.
Bye!
I'm so sad I'm going to prison.
There's chili in the fridge. Oops. But she was arrested and convicted for small-time peddling of moonshine. However, her conviction was later overturned.
Oh no!
So she had to go back to the little skill.
Are they all out of diapers?
Yeah, hopefully
Okay,
it was
I'll come
overturned
back.
after 18 years, exactly.
Oh my god. That poor woman.
And when you have such an imbalance of power in society, let alone the demands of a black market, there will be groups coming in to sort of fill out the middle area. Enter organized crime. Woo! Before Prohibition, gangs in Chicago were fairly numerous and included the Black Hand organization in Little Italy. Has anyone heard of this? One person
Peaky
has heard of
Blinders,
this?
baby. There's a big storyline, and I will watch anything with Cillian Murphy in it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the Black Hand dates back to Naples in the 1750s, back when Naples was a literal kingdom. Didn't even know that was a thing. So that was where it was known as mano nera. They operated by a method of extortion. So this is from Wikipedia, quote, Typical Black Hand tactics involve sending a letter to a victim threatening bodily harm, kidnapping, arson, or murder. The letter demanded a specified amount of money to be delivered to a specific place.
The letter demanded a 3-year-old do all the illustrations, or he'd be killed.
It was decorated with threatening symbols such as a smoking gun, a hangman's noose, skull, or knife dripping with blood, or piercing a human heart, and was frequently signed with a hand held up in the universal gesture of warning.
It's because they were right-handed, but that was
using
the
the left
black
hand,
hand, so
yeah.
they had to use the left to
These
draw.
look like some of the worst middle school stick and pokes I've ever fucking seen.
right?
Remember you die.
Oh my god, remember
Sorry,
you die.
Remember.
I think you.
Remember. No regrets. Remember.
You
me.
absolutely need the
Done.
skull and the knife and remember you die
Fucking
as a
done.
tattoo.
Yeah, absolute neck tattoo. I want to see that shit every day.
This looks like.
It's fucking amazing.
Is that the
Remember you die. I'm 1,000% doing this. This is not a joke. I am
Literally
obsessed.
all of your joke tattoos
I
were
know,
my idea.
I know. She's brilliant. She's so good at this. Remember you
Joke tattoo generator.
That face that kind of looks like the Ween guy. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I just think about all these stupid fucking tattoos that I have and how, like, when I'm being prepared for, like, my funeral by some coroner.
No, the anthropologist
Like,
that's going to dig you up and be
coroner.
like,
You said foreigner.
No, I said
I was like, where are you
coroner.
planning on dying?
I mean, fucking not here. It's just, like, under one arm. Remember you die. The fuck?
We're dead
Is
now,
this
bitch.
Mitt Romney tramp stamp? That one's only for Bill to see.
Deep throating that corn dog with that one
What
guy's
if
face
I-
looking from behind.
I super want a tramp stamp of Mitt Romney eating a corn dog. Shit.
You're quickly becoming the least sexually attractive person.
Fine with me. I'm getting married. I
She
don't need to
locked
fucking...
it down. Doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
don't need to worry about that. Someone will fuck me till I die. That's why I love you, babe. He's just over here being like, if this bitch gets a fucking Mitt Romney tattoo, like, she might do it. There's like no way to stop her if she really wants to do it.
She just does what she
Like,
wants.
her body, her choice, but please, God. Please don't.
So I feel like this extortion tactic seems a little bit lazy. And quite honestly, this lady is scarier. She would have run them out of
Yeah.
Naples.
she strikes without warning.
She looks like
literally
that
with her
actress,
mallet.
Zelda, what's her face from Poltergeist?
This house is clean.
clean.
Yeah,
You know?
she does.
She's got the same face.
Yeah, she super
This house
does.
is clean.
So around this time, there were a whole lot of neighborhoods that were more or less controlled by different groups, and they were not great places to be. So some of these areas were nicknamed Satan's Mile,
Love.
Hell's Half Acre,
Cute.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
and Little Hell.
Oh.
And at the heart of Little Hell was Death Corner.
Oh.
An infamous spot that averaged about one murder a week in the 1910s, according to the Chicago History Museum.
Record setters.
Get it?
Girl bossing so hard on Death Corner.
Another fresh crime group around this time was Il Diavolo, or the Devil, that was led by a Sicilian immigrant named Sam Cardinella. Could
That
also
guy
get it.
does not look like he's ever killed anyone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Does this look like the face of an Italian hitman?
Actually, maybe not. So this guy basically created a new system of running a crime syndicate successfully by rarely participating in the hits himself.
Oh.
So he just let his gangsters do the dirty work, and that's sort of the framework
It's a pyramid scheme.
that other...
He invented LuLaRoe.
Yeah.
He kind of did. He really did, yeah. So everybody, all the other groups after this had, like, the made guys and then, like, the not
They
made
had to like
guys.
invent racketeering to get these guys after a while. It's great.
So he mostly recruited teenagers, and his method of management was pretty culty and ritualized. So the kids were like brainwashed into doing whatever he told them to do.
Great.
So he was eventually caught and sentenced to death in 1921, effectively ending his gang good.
Stop sneaking her in there, man.
There were too many good pictures of this bitch. I couldn't.
I fucking had some edibles tonight. I can't handle her. She's watching me right now.
I'm gonna text you this photo
Fuck
at like
no.
midnight, at the
No.
stroke of midnight.
No.
From an unknown number.
I'm buying a burner on the way home so I can haze you with this scary lady.
I'm getting a VPN.
Wow, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So then in 1919, all this prohibition bullshit happened, which opened up a brand new opportunity for another flavor of organized crime to take over. The main group was known as the Chicago Outfit.
Yeah.
Fit check.
Mm-hmm. Fit check, right? Look at that cane.
I was just gonna say, like, I might need to become a cane person.
Okay.
A fashion cane kind of person.
A fashion
yeah.
cane.
Yeah.
You already have the coat.
Yes, I do.
You need it. Yeah, you
I
need
love
your
it.
cane.
Yeah, great. It's decided.
So the Chicago Outfit, the Chicago Fit, was an Italian-American organized crime syndicate that originated in the city's south side in the early 1910s. Soon after moving from New York City to Chicago, a guy named Johnny Torrio was swiftly taking over the smaller crime groups in the city. It did not hurt that this man had a lot of political connections in the city, and also look how darn sweet he looks.
He looks like
so cute.
He looks like a grandpa making mischief with the grandkids.
Yeah.
He looks like he just went, go hide this fake mouse in your grandma's bin.
Yeah. His nickname was
Here's
Papa
$1.
Johnny.
Yeah. Uncle Johnny?
Papa Johnny.
Papa John's.
That's
He was
the
the
real
original
crime.
Papa John's.
His nickname was Stuffed Crust.
Also, like, of course, this man must have done horrible shit.
But he looks
obviously,
sweet.
but he looks so sweet, and it's reported that he never indulged in any of the bad things he did that he was making money off of. Like, he never drank, he never gambled, he never went to brothels, and he was always home with his wife by 6 p.m. every night.
It's like Lucy's dream. It's home and just with no one else but her husband around by 6 p.m.
Yeah.
With a bowl
Where
of
is
pasta
Corey?
in bed
That
below
needs to
deck.
be a rule.
Yeah.
He's here somewhere.
Corey. Corey.
6 p.m. What time is it? You're late.
Oh, there he is. I think. Maybe it was someone else who
This
was
is why
tall.
you
It's
need
fine.
to do the Iowa State Fair husband calling competition.
Go, go, go.
Get home. You're late. Get home. You're late. I'm entering this summer. I'm
Yeah, you're
entering.
fucking absolutely entering.
Yeah.
Corey.
So in 1919, this sweet gentleman hired a man named Alphonse Capone.
Wow. The man, the myth, the brows,
God, the brows.
the forehead.
His whole face is just really puffed up. Bloated.
Yeah, the man does have a large face.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely looks like someone to
Yeah.
gave him a little. Anyway, he was hired to be a bouncer at one of the Sweet Man's brothels,
Sweet man.
Sweet man.
where Capone
Sweet
contracted syphilis and apparently never sought treatment for it.
Oops. Yeah, because syphilis is one you really want to fuck around and find out about.
Let it take its toll. It'll pass.
What's the worst that could happen?
Walk it off.
Walk. Could be fun.
Could be fun.
My brain right away.
Al Capone quickly rose through the ranks to underboss, and he helped the outfit to legitimize their income in order to not attract unwanted attention from police. And I had to take that photo out because Kenyon had the same one in it. Okay.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So lots of back and forth between gangs for a few years here. Look at this
Al
fucking
Capone's
portrait of Al Capone.
makeup is absurd.
He looks like George Santos.
He looks like what?
He does, like George Santos. But like in drag, but no wig.
Right.
George Santos in just makeup and brows.
Why'd they do him dirty with that chin? With that?
I don't fucking know.
If it's an illustration, at least church it up a little.
Johnny
Have
Torrio
you seen our
looks...
posters?
Johnny Torrio looks like a half-melted candle.
We're actually gonna get to a lot of these guys in my case, so
Thank
there
God.
will be more opportunity to study
Johnny
their
Torrio
visages.
was pieced together with two different people's faces cut in half.
Plus a scarf.
Look at the hairline.
Yeah, Johnny-
Nothing makes sense.
No.
That's a human mask.
Why
No.
did they include the scarf?
It's not good. None of it's good.
I
All right.
don't like. Yeah. Okay.
Meow.
So, 1920 Chicago was basically run by Al Scarface Capone, George Bugs Moran, Earl Jaime Weiss, Bloody Angelo Genna, and Machine Gun
Kelly.
Jack McGurn. Machine Gun Kelly, Jack McGurn, among others. The 20s were punctuated by gunfire as wars erupted between these rivals. And by the end of 1924, the Torrio Capone gang had between 300 to 400 members, while the North Side gang could count on around 200 soldiers. So there's a lot of people running around here causing mischief. Yeah.
Don't fight.
Prohibition definitely gave the group their foothold in the bootlegging department, but they were soon involved in a wide range of criminal activities like racketeering, bribery, conspiracy, burglary, coercion, labor racketeering, police corruption, hijacking, loan sharking, drug trafficking, fencing, fraud, money laundering, murder, torture, illegal gambling, and extortion.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burned. Okay.
I like to think that the fencing is like fencing.
Yeah.
Like I know it's not, but it'd just be really funny.
When I was writing out that list, I kept thinking, prostitution whore! Real Housewives, you wouldn't get it. It's fine.
Oh my God.
Either way, this lady would not have approved.
Again? What the fuck?
She looks so mean in every photo.
She is exquisitely mean looking.
Her thin, pursed lips.
I don't need to look at my Bible. I've memorized it. Fuck you. You know how long it takes to do these buttons?
She's just...
My hands are bloody.
She just looks like such a mean woman.
yeah.
God.
I really vacillate between loving and just hating her so much.
I think I love her because she's been dead for a long time and she can't hurt me.
I don't think
That's
she
what
would have
you
been
think.
a fan of this show.
So, in the heyday of organized crime under Al Capone, it was estimated that he was giving out over $1 million in bribes per month
Yeah.
to various government leaders and police captains to make sure they all turned a blind eye. And to put that into perspective, time money converter, Kenyon.
Swine money converter.
Swine money converter.
Swine money converter.
That is worth about $14.5 million today per month. Yeah.
We need raises. All of us.
Somebody bribe me. I'll
Yeah,
take a
can
bribe.
I please be bribed?
Yeah.
Support women-owned businesses
Yeah.
and bribe us.
That's what the Black Hand said.
Girl boss.
He's basically blackhanding the whole city. I mean, really. In January 1925, an attempt was made on Johnny Torrio's life, the sweet man.
Not Papa John.
Papa Johnny. And he
Well, they
decided...
knew where to find him after 6 p.m. in Fairbanks.
Ironically,
night.
they didn't get him at home. They got him, like, leaving something before 6 p.m. I don't know.
Wow.
So he decided to cut and run. He was too fucking old for this shit, and he retired back to New York, leaving the Chicago outfit's reins in the hands of 26-year-old Al Capone.
No, Al
This
Capone's-
man was never 26.
Yeah. Al Capone's one of those people who was born 70 with a box of Hair Club for Men.
This is his baby announcement photo that
Yes.
his parents sent out.
1000%.
He was born in a three-piece suit.
Yep. He is 35.63 inches long.
Big boy.
Yeah, he's a real long baby. He's skinny, but he's long. Anyway, he's our little angel.
So with the he's not
Imagine a
perfect,
baby
but he's
coming out
ours.
with
That
those
face.
eyebrows.
I would fucking scream bloody murder.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
So with the cooperation of the New York Mafia, Capone was able to really ramp up the violence his gang was committing in Chicago. For example, an establishment that refused to purchase liquor from him often got blown up. And as many as 100 people were killed in such bombings during the 1920s.
Well, they're a Lipton family. They don't do beer.
A what?
Lipton.
Oh, Lipton.
tea.
Well, they're
Around
not gonna,
here, we're Lipton only.
They're not going to say we sell beer here.
Well,
Yeah, I thought nobody was allowed to buy beer.
exactly.
yeah,
it's all
well, I mean
secret.
for the speakeasies
Got it,
because there were a fucking lot of speakeasies. One of the things that I read in like Manhattan alone, there were estimated to be 30,000 speakeasies.
Love it.
A lot.
And that's Manhattan. Like Chicago is probably blew them out of the water.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing.
And another thing.
So 1925 to 1926 were the most violent years of Chicago's so-called beer wars, in which 133 gangsters were murdered. Rivals also saw Al Capone as responsible for the proliferation of brothels in the city. So he was meeting the demands of his community. Whatever.
They had Q's and he had A's.
Yeah. Capone was convicted on 3 counts of income tax evasion on October 17th, 1931, and was sentenced a week later to 11 years in federal prison, fined $50,000 plus $7,692 for court costs, and was held liable for $215,000 plus interest due on his back taxes.
All of which he had in his coat pocket.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say he bribes.
It's like not a big
pays
deal.
out $14 million a month.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like,
Well,
oh,
for
you're
inflation, but-
here you go.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, big.
Let me run to the
government.
bank real quick. Ooh, got it.
Oh, that bill's cute. I'll get that paid right up for you.
And in 1947, he died of a stroke, but definitely syphilis.
Yeah.
Soup
Late
toads.
stage syphilis.
Late stage syphilis.
Yeah.
The 18th Amendment was repealed in 1933.
Woo!
Woo! But there were a lot of Chicago mobster stuff continuing on through the 30s, 50s, and 70s, kind of quieting down in the 90s, but it is still very much active today. So don't tell them I was talking about them tonight.
Yeah. So we said nothing, and we're very
loyal.
bribable.
Yeah.
Very bribable.
Yeah, we're
gonna-
super loyal to
Just
whoever
putting
pays
that
the most.
back out there. I got student loans to pay.
As of 2007, the outfit size is estimated to be 28 official members composing its core group and more than 100 associates.
Cool.
So yeah, it's
Quick
still active.
anecdote.
Oh my God.
One time when we were living in Boston, we were on some guided tour, neighborhood tour of the Italian area. I blacked out. I've forgotten most of my life in Boston. Whatever, it's fine. We were on some
Where
fucking
is
tour.
this going?
And it was not a crime tour, but we happened to pause in one street corner, and the tour guide was like, and that's where so-and-so lives, and they're this, big mobster, and they just got out of prison, and blah, 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 blah. And he's telling our little tour group, and we're standing there in a semicircle, and then all of a sudden the tour guide goes, uh-oh. And the guy he was talking about was in the parking lot getting into his fucking Cadillac.
He was like a mafia man?
Yeah.
No one's seen that tour guide since.
Probably not, though.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Oh,
it was
no.
pretty exciting. And then we got really good cannoli.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this one time?
Well,
Okay, no, we're good.
on that note, that was my segment. Tip your bartender.
Well done.
Remember, you die.
Remember, we'll die.
Oh my God. Wow.
I love her. Yeah.
I'm going to make this my profile picture, I think.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's the soul of Ghostface.
Oh, you're cranky little kitty girl.
It is.
Yeah.
She also hates alcohol, probably. She's never had it.
Yeah. Yeah. She also does. She's also a teetotaler.
Yeah.
She's a cat.
She's a teetotaler.
She's a Lipton gal.
Okay.
She's my sweet
well
babe.
done.
Thanks.
We know you've heard of Dipsy because you listen to this show. So let's just give you a little refresher on what this is. They have all types of oral pleasures to explore.
Oral.
And I mean oral like your ears, not what you were thinking of, you dirty birdies. But they have that too, if that's what you're into.
They've got everything.
They do.
Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of short, sexy audio stories designed by women for absolutely everyone. They bring scenarios to life with immersive soundscapes and realistic characters. Discover stories about second chance romances, that one that got away. Adventurous vacation flings, hot and heavy hookups. Everything you can imagine. Radically inclusive, Dipsy has stories for straight and queer listeners, and 56% of their stories are voice acted by people of color. These are going to be people that you recognize, like that guy from Grey's Anatomy,
Yes.
ER Fight Master.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's especially exciting when you hear voices that you recognize, like that person from Grey's Anatomy, ER Fight Master.
My fave.
Yeah, Luke Cook, Serenus J. Jackson. And new content is released every week, so in between listening to your favorite stories again and again and again and again, you can always find something brand new to explore. They also have soothing sleep stories, wellness sessions, and sexy stories you can read.
When those headphones are not charged, me all the time.
You like to keep those voices in your head. Let Dipsy be your go-to place to spice up your me time, explore your fantasies, relax and unwind, or heat things up with a partner.
And for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extra 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/gals. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/gals. One more time, dipsystories.com/gals, and treat your sensuality.
Treat it. It's the holiday season. Everyone has that person or people on their list that it's just impossible to shop for.
Yup.
For me, it's my dad.
Oh,
What
so tough.
the heck do I give to
What
my...
do you want?
It's always like thick socks for camping, a button-up shirt, slippers.
A moose hide, maybe.
Yeah.
But he can get that himself.
But this year, I'm having a baby. I was like, you know what? I have the perfect idea. Even if I wasn't having a baby, because frankly, he likes to keep up to date on my life because he's
And
my
your
dad.
cats.
And my cats. So this year, I'm giving him a skylight frame. It ups my gift-giving game. And it's
I should do this for my mother-in-law, just fill it with photos of my cats.
You really should. It is.
She would love that.
So good for parents. It is boomer approved. It's so easy to use. Tell us more.
So Skylight is a touchscreen photo frame that you can send photos to straight from your phone, and they appear in seconds. It's like your own private little connected social media for like fun pictures. And kind of like I mentioned with preloading photos of my cats into a frame, you can preload photos before the box is opened. So when it's unwrapped and plugged in, your most treasured memories or your cutest beans picture will appear. It is literally the perfect gift for everyone. Like Lucy mentioned, it's so easy to use. Like grandma can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It's intuitive. It is so perfect for new parents or new grandparents. It's great for your partner. It's great as like gift for your besties on the group chat.
We all have one.
Yeah, it's like your own personal little photo feed. It's incredible.
Scrapbook.
Yeah, and it takes like literally 60 seconds or less to set up. It's so easy right out of the box. It's got that touch screen. You can swipe through the photos. It's like the most fun, easiest thing to use, and it just looks gorgeous. It's not like this big clunky thing. It's in this beautiful, sleek frame. The photos are displayed in HD resolution, and there are so many different colors to choose from for any like home decor style. You've got your classic black, you've got white, silver, and I have my eyes on the limited edition poppy color, that like orangey red, and the gold
I want
frame.
that gold.
I want it in every room. I want one in every single room.
And you can mount it on the wall. The 15-inch frame can be wall mounted.
I have one in my kitchen.
As a special limited time offer for our listeners, get $15 off your purchase of a skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com/wine. To get $15 off your purchase of a skylight frame, just go to skylightframe.com/wine. That's skylightframe.com/WINE and treat your gift giving.
Trade it.
Are we ready for McKay's?
Never.
It was a bright and bitter cold day in the Windy City, and the streets were quiet as a mouse.
We didn't know she was doing this shit.
But beneath the stillness, tensions were running high, like they always did in those dirty days of Prohibition.
The whole case? Are you committing to this for your...
No.
This was a time when illegal booze flowed like the Chicago River. That's the river, right? That's the right river. And two gangs ruled the roost. The Irish North Side Gang, led by the cunning George Bugs Moran, and the mostly Italian Chicago outfit, run by the notorious Al Capone.
Jesus, jump scare.
But on...
God. Man.
We got a lot of frightening visages in this thing.
But on this St. Valentine's Day, 1929, tensions were about to come to a boil. 7 of Bugs's boys had gathered at the North Side Garage.
How much longer is the
We're
music?
done.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was exquisite.
I had to set the tone.
The girl has a flair for the dramatic.
I request that you recreate that moment at my wedding.
Okay.
Thank you. And just nothing makes sense, and we're not going to explain it to anyone.
She swiped right on Tinder on a fateful
And tensions were
windy
running
day.
high.
4.5 years ago, in her one-bedroom underground apartment.
Her garden view apartment.
Batteries dead on her vibrator, she took to Tinder to try to find a date for the night. When she stumbled across someone she'd seen before.
Because they went to high school together.
Okay. Back to this case.
Wait, it's kind of fun. Can we keep... When we get high and snuggle with my husband in my bed later, we'll keep going.
Absolutely. You have a baby, you can't come.
I know. It's fine.
Don't feel bad for her. That baby's awesome. She can hang out with it all the time.
She's so cute. I don't even like babies. I love that fucker.
We love that little fucker. Our baby.
Our baby.
She corrects herself now when she references her baby on our group chat because we have beaten
Our
her
baby.
into submission because every
Our
time we
baby.
correct her to our baby. Don't you forget, Zach. We're always watching.
Okay, back to this case. So, St. Valentine's Day, Chicago, and mob, I basically crushed it.
You did.
Okay. Located at 2122 North Clark Street, the gangsters often held their meetings in this garage where they kept their fleet of shiny automobiles.
It's not a garage.
That's a house, but it's where the garage was. It's fine.
Imagine it. Okay?
Did you Google Map? Did you Street View?
What? This is across the street from where the garage was, but the garage was demolished. It's fine.
She needed a photo.
There's good pizza there. Okay.
If you see a screenshot of a map, take a shot.
Oh, It wouldn't be my case without a screenshot of a map.
You know this bitch is gonna give you a map.
Okay. But even more importantly, this quiet residential neighborhood with good pizza was where they stashed their other inventory. Hooch, sauce, bug juice, giggle water. Not to mention...
It is giggle water.
Not to mention a whole hell of a lot of firepower.
Nice.
Mighty unusual for a routine meeting, though. On this fateful morning, with the exception of the gang's mechanic, the boys were all dressed up in their Sunday best. One even donned a festive carnation. He wanted to look spiffy for the meeting.
Oh.
This meant that the boss man, Bugs Moran, would be in attendance.
Look at that tie.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out his hair situation, and if there's one little curl for sure, but is this a shadow or a really long strand going to his eye?
It's a worm.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. He's a little disheveled in this pic because he's
there was a rest
just been
photo?
handcuffed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I looked like this morning.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
It's super dead.
Okay. So it said that they were all there to discuss the logistics of a cut rate shipment of stolen whiskey, but some say they had another purpose that day. Either way, what happened next, no one saw coming, except probably Al Capone because he fucking ordered it. But conveniently, he was out of town at that time, vacationing in Florida, and this is actually Al Capone in his swimsuit. Look at those little buns.
This is our repeat photo. I had this in mind just for funsies.
Yeah, Lucy also was drawn to this photo, and then she realized that it was part of my case.
like
so
a moth to a flame.
Yeah.
We need to bring back the bathing costume.
Yes. Absolutely.
This is flattering on, first of all, everybody is a bathing costume body. Full coverage, no nipple burns.
Yeah.
And look
It
at those
stays
buns.
on. You're not going to have your top pop
Waist
off.
is snatched.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just dive into the waves with reckless abandon and no nipples are gonna come out.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Al Capone's conveniently out of town, but he def ordered this thing. So suddenly, a shiny Cadillac sedan pulled up to the garage. This is an actual 1929 Cadillac sedan.
We figured.
And four men emerged, two dressed in police uniforms and two as civilians. Witnesses assumed...
It was Halloween. And they were being dropped off in the neighborhood with the king-size bars to trick or treat.
Witnesses assumed that a police raid was about to go down of the garage, and so they, got the fuck out of there. Also, assuming that this was just your run-of-the-mill police raid, the gang members inside the garage, all of whom were armed, decided that they would just comply with the officers' demands because, they thought, what's the worst? They got arrested all the time and they got bailed out. It was no big deal. So they're like, okay, we're not going to pull out our guns. We're just going to do what the cops say.
Play it cool.
Play it cool. So they line up facing the wall. Well, instead of pulling out handcuffs, the two fuzz signaled to the two plainclothes guys, and on cue, they all pulled out their hidden Thompson submachine guns.
Oh, that's what a Tommy gun means.
That's a Tommy gun.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And opened fire.
Yikes.
So here is rare footage that I acquired of the scene. Yeah.
Look at his little butthole mouth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you, Al Capone.
No, he works for Al Capone.
Yeah, whatever. Look at his little mouth. It's fine.
But if you're wondering, how could they fucking hide a Tommy gun? It's because they all had big-ass coats. Okay.
Like Amanda.
Yeah. I love a big coat.
So, 7 members of the North Side Gang, including the mechanic, named John May.
But he's
a
12.
teenager. Yeah, it looks like a baby.
You know who he looks like? Hillary Swank in Boys Don't Cry.
Hey. Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures.
Yeah.
I loved Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah.
So sad. You want to ruin your day? Watch Boys Don't Cry. And then watch Kids.
Okay.
Oh.
And then stop taking Lucy's
And then
suggestion.
Basketball Diaries. And then
Basketball
Cider House
Diaries.
Rules, starring
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
And
Tobey
then
Maguire.
Requiem for a Dream to just top it off.
Okay. so
And then take your meds, for God's sake.
Jesus Christ.
So this poor little sweet baby muffin died, and then also some higher ups like Bugs's brother-in-law / second in command, a man named Albert Kachelik.
What did he just see?
What did he just
or
smell?
yeah. I'm like,
And at this point, while writing my case, I was like, all these people look like people, so you're welcome.
don't do Monk like that. No.
Tony Shalhoub.
I love Tony Shalhoub, okay?
At first, like, I didn't really see it, but
Right.
the more you talk,
It's an optical illusion. It's one picture.
holy fucking shit. That's
Okay.
awesome.
So Hillary Swank and Tony Shalhoub were mowed down in a barrage of gunfire.
Why are we screaming? A barrage of gunfire.
I'm so fucking high. This is sending me to space. The fucking flip-flop.
When the real police arrived at the scene, they found one of the victims, Frank Gusenberg,
Steve Gutenberg.
who I think looks like James Norton.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he could get it.
he could get it.
I kind of see it.
You kind of see it?
You see this less than this?
Yeah, the Tony Shalhoub was the biggest stretch.
Not even close. Spot on.
Look at that man.
That is a beautiful man.
Okay, so imagine this guy, even
This
though
is an Abercrombie bag from like
Yeah.
2006.
that I cut up and taped to my closet door.
Yeah, I put him in my locker.
And sprayed the cologne on it before
Oh,
you
yeah,
left
so you
the
just-
store.
In between 4th and 5th period, you could just sniff a chest and then let your giny tingle as you run to Spanish.
Take a bump before Spanish.
Hola, Senora Vargas, sorry I was late.
It just smells like
I was
paper.
whacking
No,
it during
doesn't.
passing time again.
Yo tengo un gatito en mi pantalones.
Lo siento, Senora Vargas.
Soy horny.
Okay. Okay, so Frank Gusenberg was an enforcer, and he was shot like a fucking bunch, okay? He was miraculously still clinging to life despite having been shot 14 times.
Good lord.
Soy not horny anymore. That sucks.
Soy bleeding out.
Soy ouch.
Soy ouch.
Ouch, my bird flu.
Fucking muy mal.
Mucho
Senora Vargas.
sangre.
But even while literally bleeding out, old Frankie boy wouldn't snitch to the police, saying when questioned, "No one shot me."
Honey.
It's a flesh wound.
So he died 3 hours later.
So yeah, he died. Anyway,
He was an enforcer for the mob, okay?
oh yeah, no,
Fine.
he was definitely gonna die at what?
Yeah.
Well, go back to that other photo. He's probably like 15 years old. He just looks 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That mob, that
Yeah.
old mob life.
The
will
mob
age you.
life.
Yeah.
So the only actual survivor of the massacre was Highball, which was the gang's dog.
I would die for Highball. Save Bandit. Save Highball.
Shadow.
Peter,
My boy.
I've missed you so much.
Yeah.
Peter.
Highball had some trauma after this event, but he
Fucking
did
watch
survive.
Homeward Bound, okay? You losers.
Yeah, add
Okay.
Homeward Bound to your sad movie
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Sassy! I saw some TikTok the other day of two little girls watching Homeward Bound.
Very
And it's the scene when
controversial.
Sassy goes over the waterfall and the girls are like
Screaming and crying.
and the dad's
Sobbing.
just filming it.
Sobbing uncontrollably, these poor children.
Sassy gonna be okay?
No, she dies.
And he was like, I don't know, we'll have to see.
Scream for the camera, Kimberly.
It's so good.
Let's go viral.
If your trauma doesn't go viral, did it even really happen?
Right?
Oh my God.
Okay, but the likely main target of the attack, Bugs Moran, actually
God, why are all these
escaped.
guys really hot?
You think that guy's really hot?
Look at his chin, he's got a butt chin.
Oh, we'll get to the chin.
Oh, good.
Actually,
That chin could hold a cigarette. Straight up.
yeah,
Anyone need a quarter?
yeah. That chin definitely
Does
gets like
magic out of
limped.
it. Little clown scarves.
So he
So
he
fucking
was the
stupid.
target. I have
Shoplifts.
to pull through. I have to get through this. There's more to cover. He likely, he was the main target of the attack, but he escaped the massacre thanks to just sheer dumb luck. He was supposed to have
He
been.
fell through his chin.
I literally have written in my notes.
Oh no, I'm so
the
sorry.
joke. He was supposed to go to the garage meeting, but was running late. Leaving that morning, he likely got lost in his own chin dimple.
Oh my God,
Hardy,
I'm so sorry. We do that a lot.
You two are fucking crazy. They literally share a consciousness. It is so hard sometimes.
Our synapses were like established
Yeah.
from the same events while we were growing up, so we just
And once those channels are forged,
They don't change?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You're trapped here.
So again, he's late to the meeting. He's running late to the meeting. He is the target though. And so when he is approaching the warehouse, the garage, that is when the fake police car pulled up to the building. So he thought, oh shit, like the cops are here. I'm just gonna duck into this fucking coffee shop, this Starbucks or
Slip into
whatever,
a Dunkin' Donuts.
Did you guys hear it?
Yeah, we fucking heard it.
and wait and see how things are gonna play out. So now, to this day, the murders remain officially unsolved, but for almost a century, people have speculated wildly about the potential perpetrators and motives. The leading theory, like I said before, is that Al Capone fucking called for these hits. Abso-fucking-lutely, he did. Capone was known for brutally targeting his rivals, and conflict between the North Side Gang and the Chicago Outfit had been escalating for over a year at this point. The North Siders had recently hijacked some expensive whiskey that the Chicago Outfit was smuggling in from Canada, so they did not like that. And they were also moving in on some dog tracks, like dog racing.
Lucy, don't bring Highball into this.
Highball did not have to live that life, okay? Highball led a cushy life until the shootout.
The massacre.
She says about the dog chained under a truck
yeah.
with the saddest eyes I've ever fucking seen.
He's
kinda
love hanging
wet.
out in garages, like with people.
Fly away from here. For only $5 a day. You could protect dogs like Highball.
like
From
this
gangland
crusty-eyed
hits.
kitten.
Oh my God. Okay, but the real match that lit the fuse that blew the lid off the Capone powder keg was probably when Northsiders Frank and Peter Gusenberg, so this is Peter.
Stop!
Who,
No, that is an egg that a toddler drew a face on. And then
He's about
dabbed
to fall off a wall.
a tiny wig. Like, this looks like a kid's fucking art project. That is not a person.
you know who it looks like?
No. No.
Unflattering Vince Vaughn. Minneapolis boy. And I think he might live in Chicago now. I'm not sure.
Oh, he's here tonight, everybody. Welcome, Vince Vaughn. That was me trying to manifest him actually being here. It
that'd be
didn't work
amazing.
out.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Wait.
So these.
Wait, someone might have an issue.
Sorry.
So this guy and Frank, the hotter one, tried unsuccessfully to murder Chicago outfit member Machine Gun Jack
Kelly.
McGurn.
Oh, I love that tie.
Who is unquestionably the long-lost grandfather of Jason Schwartzman. I'm so good at this.
Is there even a mole, or is it just transferring in my optical illusion?
No, there's like a schmutz on Frank McGurn.
Oh, switch.
Or whatever, but
Yeah.
Jack McGurn.
Switch.
Holy shit.
I'm seriously like, get me a job in casting, you guys. I'm
Get me a
so
job
good.
in recognizing what celebrities people look like.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, you
You don't
guys.
need an algorithm. You just need me procrastinating writing the rest of my case.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But since Capone had an alibi being down in Florida sunning himself in his sultry
Bathing
costume,
costume.
investigators focused their attention on Detroit's predominantly Jewish Purple Gang, a.k.a. the Sugar House Gang.
Ooh, Sugar House.
That's a
is
different
wrong with
gang.
them?
That's a different gang.
Oh.
This is the Sugar House
Oh,
Gang.
sorry.
They're just right here.
There was some evidence that they may have rented rooms in a boarding house across the street from probably that fucking house.
Wow, you actually like startled me with how
They rented rooms in that house at all
screams
sorts
at
of
an
houses.
audience
Probably
member.
that fucking house.
Probably that fucking.
You piece of shit.
I love you. I love you. I love this side. I love all the sides of the room. Oh my God.
I love all the sides of the room. I'm Kenyon Lang and I'm running for Mouth Congress. And I love all the sides of the room.
Like when your boy Mitt Romney said his favorite thing about Massachusetts was all the trees.
Yes. Daddy can see the trees. Daddy's favorite food is hot dogs.
Okay, so they thought maybe it was this gang and that they had rented rooms in that fucking house, but this lead didn't go anywhere. 1 week after the massacre, on February 22nd, police discovered the 1927 Cadillac sedan that the assassins had driven to the scene. It was disassembled and partially burned, so somebody had like scrapped it and torched it, even though there was like no way to glean evidence back then. I don't know.
The good old days, am I right?
They just wanted a fire, I guess. They traced the engine number and were able to connect the car to a gangster who had ties to Al Capone. So you'd think, okay, it's wrapped up. But confusingly, this gangster was also associated with the Purple Gang
Ooh, double dipping.
and to an Irish St. Louis gang called Egan's Rats.
Well,
I don't like anything that's happening in this
the
film.
name
Why?
fits.
Yeah.
Look at the second one.
Did they all grow up in a nuclear power plant?
They
Because
all look like a washed out Charlie Chaplin.
they're extremely busted. Every single one of these sketches
Yeah.
is fucking busted.
Yeah, they nailed the hats, though.
The second one's really getting me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Fire this artist. This is rough.
Yeah, so Egan's Rats,
It,
okay?
at the bottom it says, this photograph.
No, that's not a photograph. There's no way. There's no way.
It's a photograph.
It's a photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this this graph.
So this lead also went nowhere. Eventually, though, there was a more definite lead on one of the killers. A truck driver named Elmer Lewis, just like a regular Joe named Elmer. A regular old Elmer came forward and told police that on the morning of the massacre, he had turned a corner on North Clark Street and sideswiped a police car, which is a shitty way to start your morning.
We've all been there.
Have we?
No.
He stopped immediately because he was expecting that he was in serious fucking trouble because he hit a fucking parked police car. But was impatiently waved away by the driver, whom he remembered was in uniform and missing a front tooth.
The fake cop. The fake cop.
Police believe that the man he was describing was Fred Killer Burke.
Ooh.
Wow.
And this man does not require a celebrity look-alike because I think we all know what I'm thinking of. Yeah, a little bit.
What?
His mustache.
I was looking at it, but I was mesmerized at how lopsided it is.
I was looking at the frown.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need a comparison for this.
no.
He's got a lot going on.
He also has a Trumpian vibe to him too. It's
He's
the
missing a
jowls.
tooth.
It's just the fascist. It's the fascist vibe.
Yeah.
So this dude was a member of Egan's Rats, who was known to go on crime sprees while wearing a police uniform.
Which one was he?
How could anyone identify anybody? If you put this photo in a newspaper and you were like, keep
Which
an eye
they
out,
did.
keep
Yeah.
an eye out for these guys. They're dangerous criminals. No one fucking looks like that.
They all have 2 eyes, a nose, and a thin mouth.
They all look like the amateur sketch from the Leprechaun in Mobile video
That's exactly it with the hat.
with the little leprechaun hat.
They all look like eggs with hats on.
Like, who could... Okay, I'll keep my eye out for this riffraff.
And for the 11-year-old in the middle.
Yeah, in a costume.
Yeah.
It was bring your son to work day. Bring your 4 sons to work day.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
they're clearly...
Fred, I can keep up, I promise.
They share a bloodline. It's a
slow
boy
you down.
band.
It's a boy
It's
band.
a cursed boy band.
It's BTS.
Ish. Don't. How dare you?
I love BTS.
Okay,
And there's more than 5 of them, I think.
So police raided this guy's bungalow, and they found a bulletproof vest, 2 Tommy guns, a cache of other weapons, and almost $320,000 in cash, which swine money converter.
Swine money converter. How many hogs?
It's about $5.5 million
Hogs.
today in cash. Yeah.
Must be rough.
I wouldn't mind 5.5 million hogs.
Again, we can be bribed.
Yeah.
Tell your friend.
Whip out your hogs.
So using the brand fucking new science of forensic ballistics, police were able to identify both weapons as those used in the massacre. So the Tommy guns that were used were in Mini Hitler's bungalow.
H2.
Yeah.
H2.
H2, no.
H2 Tokyo Street Drift.
No.
The Mighty Ducks.
So Burke had fled by the time police raided his bungalow, but he was captured a year later on a Missouri farm, fucking surrounded by feral hogs.
Dripping in hog.
Dripping in hog.
Balls deep in
It
hog.
was happier than a hog in shit. But he was never actually, he was actually wanted for several other crimes, and they had like a stronger case against him for a different murder, so he actually went to prison for life for that other murder. So he never actually was charged for the massacre.
Okay.
And also, he's just one guy, and there were 4 total. So we're still looking. And let us.
If you recognize these men,
If you have any information.
Yeah, please call. I fucking dare you to call the Chicago PD. I might have a tip on the 1929 St. Valentine's Day massacre.
Reopen the case.
I know you're probably working on it round the clock.
Your task force.
Send me to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre desk.
Yes, I'll
Patch me
hold.
through.
Patch me to the agent in charge.
So the garage on North Clark Street was demolished in 1967, and the site is now a parking lot across the street or near a nursing home. I don't fucking know. There is complicated geography over there.
Cite the map.
During the demolition, the bricks of the wall against which the victims were shot were purchased by the only person more morbid than the three of us, some Canadian businessman who was like, yeah, I'll take those bloody bricks.
Add them to my bloody brick collection.
Yeah.
Many of these were later sold individually, and several are now owned by the Mob Museum in Las Vegas.
Are they on display?
Probably.
On display, on display.
So to this day, the St. Valentine's Day massacre,
There we go.
Oh.
that was like the least graphic photo I could find.
Oh.
And it was a long time ago, so we're okay. It remains one of the most notorious crimes in the annals, nailed it, of gangland history.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. And even though Al Capone was likely very likely got away with ordering this attack, it still marked the beginning of the end for him personally. This massacre was widely understood to have marked a turning point in the public's willingness to put up with just open gang activity in their cities. Newspapers published grisly photos of the massacre with headlines about how tolerance for gang violence had gone too far, and people began to pressure the government to actually do something about it. Federal authorities began investigating Capone in earnest. We got the IRS thing, you heard about it, tax evasion.
Yep.
And the rest, as they say, is syphilis. Sorry, history. And that is my case.
Is that just a pig nose in the bottom center?
That is what syphilis is.
No, you're like, shit falls
Oh, yeah,
off.
what is that?
Yeah, that floating.
It's an ulcer. It's a close-up of one of the ulcers.
Ah, yes. I
Yeah.
see it now. I really
medical
see
drawing.
it now.
Okay.
Is this from that book you got me for my birthday?
It's probably in it, but
Okay.
I just Googled it because I was running out of time.
She got me an amazing hardcover book for my birthday a couple years ago with just like historical drawings of various
diseases. Like a lot of like skin diseases. It's called
awesome.
The Sick Rose.
It's so good.
beautiful. Great coffee table book.
Crack it open on the day you watch all of those really sad movies.
Yeah. And just peruse all the different skin diseases.
Yeah. Some things just don't mix. Like me and dogs that jump.
Oh yeah, you really don't like that.
I don't like that. Or like drinking orange juice right after you brush your teeth.
Ish, been there.
Or like an 8:30 a.m. meeting. No,
Ew.
that's before hours. Absolutely not. And also like oil and water. And
Yep.
our bodies don't absorb CBD oil very well because we're mostly made of water. So when you reach for oil-based CBD products, you could be absorbing as low as 6% of what's on the label.
Boo.
Boo is right. Next Evo Naturals, however, developed a proprietary water-soluble form of CBD, clinically tested multiple times, which is proven to work faster and absorb 4 times better. So whatever your reason is for taking CBD, if you want to stay calmer, if you want to sleep better during the stressful time of year, CBD only works when it gets into your body. So you can trust Next Evo and their all-natural gummies and capsules that absorb 4 times better than most oil-based products.
I'm in love with Next Evo products. I especially am in love with their sleep gummies.
their gummies.
Yeah,
like a
and
little
I
treat.
have They are like a little treat. They've become such an easy part of my nighttime routine, and I have historically had trouble sleeping, and these really do help me get to sleep quicker and keep me asleep throughout the night. And honestly, a huge part of the reason why they work so well is because of their whole formula that you were talking about. So it's not well known, but CBD is not actually an oil, but other companies often dissolve it into an oil because it's a cheap and easy way to make products like tinctures and gummies, which we love. They're delicious. But CBD oil only works when your body actually absorbs it. So Next Evo did the hard work and created a unique, proprietary, water-soluble form of CBD. Their products absorb faster, better, and more delicious with no hempy aftertaste. I love that too. They are just tasty. And with so many choices, you can trust the brand with the data. Next Evo products are proven to absorb 4 times better than most oil-based products. They work fast with absorption starting in just 10 minutes. So if you're like a little wired up and you know it's bedtime, you want something that's going to start working right away. Now you can try their brand new extra strength daily wellness CBD gummies. These are 2 times stronger than the regular strength. So double up, baby.
Love that. Don't waste your time with oil-based CBD that might not work. Upgrade to better natural solutions from Next Evo. Go to nextevo.com and use promo code GALS to get 25% off. That's 25% off at nextevo.com. Promo code GALS, GALS, and treat your wellness.
Treat it. If I asked you, or frankly myself, how many subscriptions you had, would you be able to list all of them and how much you're paying?
No.
I mean, that is some, like, real attention to detail that I simply do not have.
I have a half-finished spreadsheet, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, and that's not an effective tracking method. I'm not going to update that. If you would have asked me this question before I started using Rocket Money, I would have said, sure, yeah, I probably maybe have a handle on all of my subscriptions, but I'm going to tell you that I was wrong. I could not be more incorrect. I couldn't believe how many I had and, like, all the money I was wasting, y'all. It's not good.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills. Yes, please. This is Santa Claus for your wallet. I can see all of my subscriptions in one place, and if I see something I don't want or was completely oblivious that I had in the first place, I can cancel it with just the click of a button. I never have to get on the phone with their customer service.
Bless.
With that really small print. Some people make it really, really hard to cancel. They'll even try to get you a refund for the last couple of months of wasted money and negotiate to lower your bills for you, like by up to 20%.
Love it.
It's a gift. It truly is. All you have to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has helped save its members an average of $720 a year, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions.
Unreal.
That is
unreal.
Wild and
That's so much money.
So cool.
So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/gals. That's rocketmoney.com/gals. One more time, rocketmoney.com/gals. And treat your wallet.
Treat it. Let's face it, the holidays are stressful. And there's also a lot of outfit layering. Especially if you live in the Midwest.
Seriously, there is nothing like getting up, seeing the weather, layering, and then going out and immediately sweating.
You can be so cold and so sweaty at the same time.
Who knew?
There's also just like stress sweating. You got your whole gift list. You got a whole list of things to cook for the party next weekend. Like in-laws. I mean, it's everything. But luckily, no matter how stressful it gets or how warm under your layering you are, we can still all smell incredible with Lumi. Lumi is a game-changing whole-body deodorant designed by an OBGYN to work not only on those pits, but also feet, privates, beyond everything. So no matter where you use it, Lumi is clinically proven to block odor all day long thanks to its one-of-a-kind pH-optimized formula. And you know what pH-optimized means. Yep, so this holiday season, cross BO off your list of things to worry about because Lumi has got you covered. And as a special offer, new customers get $5 off Lumi's starter pack with our exclusive code and link. So that is lumideodorant.com and use that promo code GALS5 for $5 off.
Oh, it's the best. I love Lumi so much. Like, I know I talk about this a lot. I am a night sweater. I will wake up stankin' after a night of sweaty sleep. And I have gotten into the habit of just like putting a little bit of Lumi on even before I go to bed because I can trust that it's not going to be like bad.
Yeah.
It's, I just like get myself with a little bit of the whole body deodorant. This is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. I will do pits, under boob, especially in the summer and the hot months, the thigh folds. Belly button, butt crack, vulva, feet, like anywhere that you can ever stank unexpectedly. Hi, Lumi's got you.
It's like spot treating for your body.
Yes. Created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Like some deodorants that try to mask odor with fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid.
Oh.
This stops odor before it starts. So it's sort of like a pre-odorant. So it's like perfect for my little nighttime before a night of sweaty sleep. It's also free of baking soda, free of any paraben. It's pH balanced for safe use below the belt, and it's clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. 12 hours after a shower, the average person has an odor level of a 6 out of 10 in that 12 hours. But with Lumi, the average odor level is a 0 out of 10.
How do they do it?
So Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes. I highly recommend the deodorant wipes.
Love the wipes.
Those are everybody's best friend. And the starter pack has free shipping. So as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code GALS5 at lumipodcast.com. That's LUME podcast.com. And use that code GALS5, GALS5. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit lumipodcast.com and use code GALS5 and treat your stink.
Trade it.
Okay, I'm going to start so we can get away from the syphilis photo.
Okay.
So are you ready for my case? Is this case even interesting? Honestly, I was so high when I wrote this, I don't fucking know. Did I pick it only because I was determined to discover the origin of this person's ridiculous mobster nickname? Yes. Yeah. Did I ever discover the origin? You'll find out. Sam Teets Battaglia.
Teats? Like
Teets.
Dates.
And yeah, okay.
About to be my nickname.
Yep. She produces.
Is it Battaglia or Battaglia?
So I looked this up.
Because I know a Battaglia.
Supposed to be pronounced that way. That would be the proper Italian pronunciation. But yeah, the family uses
Chicago never met a G they didn't want to
the
pronounce.
bastardized Battaglia. They don't do the silent G.
Chicago.
Yeah. It's not Chicago.
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 That's how Cher pronounces it, though.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah. So, Chicago. Teets was born right here in Chicago in 1908, a mere 9 years BH, which is before Helen. Look how fucking cute and tiny she is. She's like a little bird.
She is very small.
Also, could not find her light. Fucking keep up, Grandma. Jesus Christ.
No.
It's embarrassing. You are embarrassing me from beyond the grave, Grandma.
Are those her lungs plugged in behind her?
She was born like 4 months after photography was invented.
Yeah, give her a break.
She's in the first photograph. Oh, God, I love her so much. You're so cute. So I don't know much about Tietz's interests before he joined the mob, but he was one of 4 brothers, and several of these brothers were closely tied to a gang called the 42s, which was, quote, a wild bunch of juvenile crooks who ran amok in Al Capone's kingdom of sin, stealing cars, robbing cigar stands, and holding up nightclubs in the hopes that the big boss was paying attention.
They're trying to get Al Capone's attention?
Yeah, bitch.
They want to be promoted.
Yeah,
Oh my
to the big
God.
legs.
Okay.
So it really comes as no surprise, given the fact that Tietz grew up adjacent to the mob, was like raised by the mob, that he would join the 42s at about 16 years old. Tietz was an enormous teenager. He was tall, he was muscular, and he was like terrifyingly unafraid in the way that only a teenager can be unafraid of literally anything.
Yeah.
So he was just like,
They live forever.
yeah. He's like, nothing can touch me. I'll fuck anything up. Let's go. He dove into a life of crime head first, following the lead of his older brother, Augie, who was the leader of the 42s at the time that he joined. Tragically, Augie was killed in a shootout with police during the labor wars of 1931.
Probably on that fucking street corner.
Probably.
Yeah, Death Corner.
Like statistically, maybe.
Probably.
True.
And little Tietz was actually in police custody at the time of Augie's funeral, but was able to attend...
Can we not say little teats?
Little Tietz. He was young Tietz at the time. Little Tietz.
One of my
Baby
boobs
teats.
feels personally victimized.
So little Teet.
The right one.
Yeah. So Lil Teet was allowed to attend, but he had to stay cuffed to an officer the entire time. So like this was his life. He was just like, okay. Anyway.
Just holding his hand.
Poor Lil Teets. He ran around with the 42s for a while, but by the time he was in his 20s, he was starting to age out of the younger crew. The 42s were like the rough and tumble teens. So he soon drew the notice of the big boys of the Chicago outfit. In 1930, at the this is how he got their attention finally. At the age of 22 in 1930, Tietz pulled a gun on the wife of the mayor at the time of Chicago and asked her to hand over her jewels.
Please.
You old broad. He
Please.
left. Please.
He's a polite teat.
He asked.
Mark my tates. I'm gonna take those jewels. He left the scene with $15,500 worth of loot.
Time money converter? Should I do it?
Do it.
Oh, I'm not hooked up to the internet.
Oh,
Dang it.
Someone else Google it. And the shield and pistol of her police bodyguard chauffeur, Officer Peter J. O'Malley. Here's an amazing colorized photo of him. Absolutely iconic.
I love that we did the same joke.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah. There's
I loved this film.
Peter O'Malley colorized. The authorities were unable to positively identify Tietz as the culprit, but Capone had eyes and ears everywhere and was able to find out who had the balls to rob the mayor's wife. They were impressed, and now Tietz was on his way up the organized crime ladder. Tietz was a piece of work, and Capone was into it. Within a few weeks of robbing the mayor's wife and the policeman that was with her,
Her bodyguard.
Tietz was the getaway driver in a hit on an underground poker game. Unfortunately for Tietz and his crew, the cops had been tipped off to the plan for this robbery, and when the gang arrived at the home to rob these wealthy elite gamblers, the cops were already there waiting for them. All of the crew managed to flee successfully, except for Tietz. Pictured here in the back of a cop car. He was arrested. But he was released on bond, and while out on bond, he was arrested again for allegedly shooting a cop in a shootout. Later the same year, Tietz was accused of kidnapping a man named Lewis Kaplan, who was a wealthy car company owner, and holding him for a $100,000 ransom.
Oh my God.
I am not sure if
He
he was...
takes a Lindbergh baby too?
Seriously?
Yeah.
He was busy. I'm not sure if he was ever actually convicted of any of these crimes, though, because his legal representation was the same, like, lawyer for the mob, for the Chicago outfit.
Oh, okay.
A man named Sidney Korshak, and he was very fucking good.
Oh, yeah. If you,
They had all
you
those
want Sydney
political
on your side.
connects.
His retainer is out of control, but he's
Exactly.
good.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
next photo, please. So Tietz was called to testify before the Senate in 1950 in regards to improper activities in labor and management. He refused to respond to a single question, instead setting a record at the time by pleading the fifth 60 times in less than an hour of
We
questioning.
have blown way
We
past
have.
that record.
Very recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he proved himself loyal, and maybe he pissed off the Senate, but he got a promotion back home in Chicago. Tietz was now crew chief working under Rocco DeGrazio in Elwood Park. I don't know.
In Elwood Park.
In Elwood Park. While DeGrazio ran the narcotics side of things, Tietz ran the gambling and sex work side. This is the job
Great spot for
Tietz.
Tietz.
Yeah.
This is a job for Tietz.
You want toots with good tits? You go to
You
Tietz.
go to Tietz. If you want a tits with good tits, you go to Tietz. So one of the roles in his work was to collect on debts to the mob. And while most other Italian mobsters didn't want to deal with loan sharking, Tietz was pumped to get in there and get his hands dirty.
Tietz was pumped.
Old Tietz was getting
Don't
pumped.
make her spray.
Yeah.
Wah!
Stop
Wah.
it. Don't. Seriously, don't do that. That could actually work.
Can we get another tablecloth up here?
I'm just wearing a regular bra. I'm not even wearing like nipple shields, okay?
Nipple shields. Okay, we
If
gotta
you start
keep going.
milking, I'm gonna piss my pants.
Wah. Wah.
Okay, so
Don't!
I'm making sure.
Don't!
I was checking to see if you were wet.
If your friends don't grab your tits constantly, are they really your best friends?
It's for your health. I was checking them.
Right after Kenyon had her baby, I was like, "How are your boobs?" And she goes, "They're sentient."
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, raise your hand if you've ever breastfed. Like, oh my God, your boobs, they can
They
hear.
know.
wah.
It's unbelievable. Stop! It's really gonna work. Don't.
It's really gonna work. Okay.
I'm gonna fucking die. Okay.
We gotta get.
Holy shit. Okay.
Spray all over your new coat.
Worth it. So he's like, cool, I'll loan shark. I'll fucking beat the shit out of people for my job. That sounds dope. So he spent the next decade as one of Chicago's leading heavies with an estimated $5 million in debts owed just like out on the streets of Chicago and Las Vegas at any given time. Like consistently.
Yeah, but how many
rotating
coffees
out.
can you buy with accounts receivable?
That's what I'm saying.
0. You don't have that fucking money yet,
Get it
okay?
off.
That was an economics joke.
Yeah, we all loved it. Meanwhile, the gambling side of business was booming, and he controlled all of the gambling in the suburbs of Melrose Park, Schiller Park, Bellwood, Elmwood Park, and the entire west side of Chicago. He also had his name on a ton of businesses through which to discreetly conduct mob transactions and laundering. He and his crew ran car dealerships, small mom and pop shops, restaurants and clubs, laundries, hotels, parking garages, construction companies, theaters. I mean, they were laundering mob
City
money.
wineries.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Is it true?
It'd be great.
I
I'd
mean,
love it.
I'm here for it. So they had their hands in absolutely everything. And like in a very lucrative scam at one of the dealerships they owned, the dealership's entire stock of cars mysteriously disappeared from the lot one day. So they filed for bankruptcy and collected on the insurance.
Oh my God.
So they weren't just making money
Weird.
through like drugs and booze
No,
and
it's
gambling and sex work.
Extortion and
It was
also
Walter
extortion.
White's car wash.
Yep,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. One
Have
of
an
his,
A1 day.
oh, so good.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
Timely.
We got
Timely
it.
joke.
Topical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
One of his business partners, a man named Erwin Weiner, Tietz and Weiner, y'all, co-owned several businesses together, including a meat processing plant.
There we go.
Weiner and Tietz will grind your meats. That's not what it was called, but I did get...
Did you just make this?
While very high, I made that in Canva.
Oh my God!
That's why I texted you guys the other night being like, if you get a Google verification code, it's me. It's
I'm
like
logging into
1:30 in the morning. I was like, yeah, this is the design for the new merch.
The cow is disgusting.
The cow.
Ew, it's
Wiener and teeth.
udder is erect. I don't like it.
Yeah. Turns out Canva has a huge image portfolio when you Google udders.
I love Canva.
While laughing to yourself about 75 milligrams in your bed. While your future husband is frolicking around Chicago with your sound guy, who is currently the biggest threat to our relationship. Because Bill is fucking in love with John.
John's
John
texting
is in
Bill
love
right
with
now.
Bill. Yeah, John's fucking texting him right now, aren't
It's
you?
a real bromance.
You piece of shit.
Sexting.
You're sexting
Bill.
with my fiance?
We were making plans for tomorrow and like buying museum tickets and stuff. And we were like, John, do you want to go to blah blah blah? And he was like, yeah, let me just like talk with Bill and
check
see.
with Bill.
I have to run it by Bill, but it should work. We should be available. I'm sitting right there like, gotta run it by Bill?
He's so like, it wasn't even a question. He was like, yeah,
let me run it by
whatever
Bill.
Bill's doing.
Anyway.
I can't compete with Bill.
No one can. In between managing all of his businesses and his work for the mob and his teat meat. Teat and wiener meat. Teats managed to meet a nice gal, get married, have a couple kids, and take a mistress.
Like John wants to do.
Take a mistress in 1960?
Rough timing.
Yeah. And take a mistress. Oh, God. Literally, though, where is this man finding the fucking time? Like, I am exhausted thinking about his life. Anyway, he was made boss of the Chicago outfit around this time as well because the former boss was serving time in prison and Teets had been doing such a great job. So they were like, you can take the crown. But Teets' throne would only be held for just shy of like 2 years before the law finally caught up with him. There he goes. His reign was the shortest in Chicago outfit history.
Oh.
A real, what is it, Henry Harrison? William Henry Harrison?
We don't even know.
Is it the president who died because he like didn't wear a coat? Yeah. That was the short.
days?
Yeah, he was in office for 10 days or whatever.
Yeah, he like didn't wear a coat
Because he got
during
the
his
flu and
inauguration
died.
speech, and
I
yeah.
thought that was a wives' tale.
No, that's real. And so the VP just okay. Anyway, read a
Whatever.
book, you fucking turds.
He's the Liz Truss of the Chicago
I read a
outfit.
lot of Stephen
Anyway,
King.
I'm a
God.
genius. So, the shortest in Chicago outfit history. Though Teets is suspected to have committed or been directly involved in the murders of at least 7 people throughout his mob career, what finally did him in was getting caught embezzling one of the construction companies that he was associated with.
The government never fucking cares if you kill
About
people.
your life.
It's
they just care about money.
the money.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's literally Al Capone tax
Yeah.
evasion. Like it's all that bullshit. And like not even the great Sidney Korshak could get him out of it that time. The government cares about their money. So Teets was sentenced to 15 years, but was diagnosed with terminal cancer in 1973 and was released from prison to die at home with his loved ones, which is a luxury that is not afforded to inmates very often. So different times.
Can I tell you something that I learned in my research? Speaking of the government really not caring about
any of
anything.
us?
So during Prohibition, the government purposely poisoned a bunch of booze and then like let it be distributed. And on like Christmas night, like hundreds of people died.
Just to like
Yeah, it's like,
teach
look, it's
people a
dangerous.
lesson.
Yeah,
like stir
kinda.
up fear and
Yeah.
danger.
You know who was applauding that decision? Fucking
that lady.
Your bitch.
Oh,
This
don't you
lady.
dare. It's the most like cursed Where's Waldo ever. Fuck me.
Also, I'm
God.
so sorry if you have epilepsy. In this
Okay.
room. I'm so sorry.
Close your eyes.
But despite Teats' passing, his legacy would withstand the test of time. His son Richard, Dick Teats.
That's Mrs. Dick Teats.
To you, lushy, wet Dick Teats. Yeah!
Dictator Dick.
Dictates. So Richard would go on to have children of his own, 4 sons, Bates, Sam, grandfather's namesake, and 3 sons, and Anthony. Sorry, 3 and 4
Pronounced
are the
Anthony.
same. Anthony. The family stayed in the Chicago area, and the young boys took an interest in hockey, with Bates even going on to play for the NHL. Woo! He, throughout his career, played for the Carolina Hurricanes, the Colorado Avalanche, Washington Capitals,
Chicago Bulls.
the Chicago Bulls, the
Sport.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Oh, they're good, probably.
So, yeah, they got there.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So, though he left the sport in 2012 and then won Amazing Race with his brother Anthony in 2013.
up!
Yeah, they got $1 million on that season.
Oh, like they needted it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to
My
it.
mom is obsessed
Yeah,
with
she
Amazing
is.
She
Race.
probably knew Bates and Anthony.
Did you know that it's still
Battaglia.
on?
Yeah. So is Survivor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Y'all are nuts. Anyway, so the Teats legacy would continue in the form of a bar and grill in Raleigh, North Carolina.
What?
Sunny with 100% chance of Teats. That's the weekend forecast here at Teats.
No, the weekend forecast is drizzle.
I don't. Your forecast.
Yeah. And I just pumped.
It's ladies' night at Teats.
I don't like that it's Teats, Dick, and Bates.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that a great collection of names?
Come on down to Teats. When you're here, you're family.
When you're here, you're a baby
Why are
who
you
can
doing
breastfeed.
your Dominic Toretto voice?
I don't get
Come on
Teats.
down to
I got family.
Come on down to Teats.
So Bates and Anthony opened Teats
Ladies' night.
to honor and celebrate their notorious grandpa.
wet t-shirt
Wet
night.
t-shirt night at wet t-shirt night at Teats. Come on down to Teats where the Teats are always teating.
Can I interest you in a side of tater teats? Loaded tater teats. And a
You
bucket
get
of
your-
mugs for $1.99.
Happy hour at Teats, you get a bucket of margs and some gator bites. $1.99.
Can I have the loaded teats, please? With a side of ranch.
I like them drippy. The loaded
I like them
teats.
wet. I like wet teats.
This is so fucking stupid, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna finish up my case with an excerpt from the Teats website. Because the glorified, beautiful, like, family lineage picture they painted of their murderer grandpa is so heartwarming.
Like, whose
and
grandpa wasn't a
privileged.
murderer, though?
It's amazing.
We all have a murderer grandpa.
Who doesn't?
Get off your high horse.
Yeah, no, for sure. So the website says the Battaglia's great grandparents came to the USA at the turn of the century, like so many did, to make a better life. It wasn't easy for many who did. This was no different for the Battaglia's grandfather, Sam Teats Battaglia.
Is this printed on the back of like every
The menu?
sticky fucking menu
Probably.
in this place?
It's
like,
on the website under
Curled
About Us.
corners, like
They
the
never wipe 'em
laminations
off.
is,
They
like,
never
coming
wipe
off.
them. This is definitely a back of the menu moment.
they like kind of snap when you open them.
Ugh, gross. Being a first-generation American, it wasn't easy finding work, especially at that time of economic hardship, in order to feed his
What,
family.
the early 20th century?
1929. They had a point.
In order to feed his family as well as make it in a new world, Teats took a different path than most in his situation. He went a little different.
Something
different. Teets Battaglia would eventually work his way up the ranks to the head of the Chicago outfit. In doing so, he provided his family with everything they needed to make it in America for the future. He had 2 sons, Richard, the youngest, known affectionately as Mr. B. I don't know why. Dick, Mr. D.
Mr. D.
Would go on to become a professional football player, being inducted into the Semi-Pro Football Hall of Fame.
So that's not even the hockey player.
No, it's not. There's just athletes in the family.
Queen
I
of
don't know.
sports. Football
King
is
of
not
sports.
hockey.
No, you nailed
No,
it.
it's different.
It's different.
Stanley Cup tomorrow.
Sports queen,
Yeah.
everyone.
Can't wait for
Football
Rihanna
is
to play the
not hockey.
Stanley Cup halftime show.
Yes.
Go
Pros.
Bulls.
Wait,
Go Bulls.
Rihanna's doing the halftime show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep
She
up.
hasn't even delivered the new album. God.
Because she was too busy delivering a baby.
Whatever.
Give her some room. Anyway, Mr. B had 3 boys, Sam, Bates, and Anthony, who took the reins from there. Like Teets for his son, Dick, and consequently Dick for his 3 sons.
Ick.
The eldest, Sam, paved the way for Bates and Anthony. Mr. B always spoke highly of how the family transitioned from where they started and where they've ended up due to Teets paving the way for his family by murdering a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Teets is a bar that comes from a hard-working family that did whatever it took to get where they wanted to be.
They're basically just like,
Have you heard
yeah,
a whiter sentence in your fucking life?
we're mobster nepo babies.
Yeah.
And we
Including
love it.
mowing down any human being that stood in their way.
Yeah. It may have been tough at times, and there were difficult choices along the way. But when you love your family the way the Battaglias do, you make it work.
Ish.
What?
That's on the Teets website.
Amazing.
It's in-fucking credible. The
Love it.
delusion. I love it.
Teets.gov.
Yeah, Teets.gov. It's the American
you.
dream of being a literal murderer to create, like, generational welfare family.
Yeah.
So I saved the best for last because we still don't know why he has this nickname, Teets. You probably go to it. It's more Teets. Teets. It's when they open. That's when they open their like vinyl siding.
Teets.
Oops, all Teets. Their shipping container wall falls off, and then you get some airflow through the Teets.
Cool.
You gotta air
Outdoor
out the
space.
teeth.
Yeah. It's great to have a patio. Anyway, Teets allegedly came from an angry exchange of words he had with a fellow mobster, where Sam said, "Shut up or I'll bust you into teets." The word teets is the result of the old gangster way of pluralizing words that were already pluralized. Teeth became teeths, and since teeths is hard to say, it would come out as teets. Hence, his mob name was born. Is that not the dumbest shit you've ever heard?
Yes. Yes.
And that's my case.
Thanks for listening to Wine and Crime. Our cover art is by Kala Yip, music by Phil Young and Corey Wendell, editing by Jonathan Camp. Check out our website and blog at wineandcrimepodcast.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Wine and Crime Pod. If you have questions, answers, or recommendations to share, email us at wineandcrimepodcast@gmail.com. Episodes are available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, basically wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And if you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. It is the best way to spread the word. If you'd like to show your support, visit our Patreon page to keep this podcast and the wine flowing. Cheers!